Good morning and welcome to another episode of Uncaged Expeditions. Now, we've got a special one on today. We're doing a trip down to Birdwood to go meet up with Ruthie, who's going to put Milo in the Birdwood Museum. So, been hanging for this trip. It's probably going to be the last chance that Ruthie and Milo are going to be together out in the open. So, hopefully we'll get a couple of good photos and that with him, have a bit of a yarn with him. So, really looking forward to this trip. Anyway, this trip started a little bit differently. I haven't started anywhere near home. We started driving last night. And we made it to Green Hill Lake Reserve near Ararat, and that's where we camped last night. I didn't film last night, just with the little one and everything now in the car. Things changed a little bit. Didn't want lights on in the car. He just passed out. He's got a bit of a cold, the poor little bugger. So just wanted to let him rest, so I thought we'd start it off here. Anyway, let me show you this location. Beautiful spot. And there's all the ducks in there as well. There's toilet block with hot water showers, which is fantastic. And it's a free camp. But donations are welcome for showers and things like that, so which is great. There's the setup we're doing for this trip. Obviously the wife and little bugger are coming, so caravan's out. It got quite fresh last night, so I had the heater going, which was good. Set it to about 22 degrees and just makes it easier for the family. As I said, especially for the little tacker, he's got a bit of a cold, so keeping it nice and warm is great for him. Thrace's swag. I should mention, in this trip, coming along with Thrace, you would have seen in other videos. Thrace, how you going?
What a beautiful day. Sun is shining. I'm with two great boys. Well, maybe three.
Who are the great boys?
I can't say names now.
And
it's a gorgeous day.
Very good. And the other participant is Sav.
Morning guys, how are you?
You would have seen him from the previous video, Sav's trip back on the road, when he got his license back after a year.
Yep.
And he's sporting the new merchandise.
Beautiful.
Looking
Very
good.
Warm. Very warm.
Looking good. And check that out. Woohoo! Stickers. We have to put one on Thrace's car now.
Got us out quick.
Let's do it.
I can't see.
Yeah, I'll do it for you.
And obviously on the back of the jumper, catchphrase, break the cage and get outdoors. That's it.
Put it on straight, right?
Don't worry about that.
See, this is what we do when we go out bush. We put stickers on cars and, you know, all the normal things. Doesn't everyone do this type of stuff?
If it's crooked, you're paying for a new one.
Oh yeah, and they're not cheap.
No. Oh,
I'll send you the invoice in the mail.
Oh,
Sav, let's see what you've done.
not bad.
Not bad?
Not bad.
Happy with that, Thrace?
I'll put on the finishing touches. There you go.
There you go.
Alrighty, spot on. Now we're just going to kick back here for another probably half an hour or so. Have to fix Thrace's UHF radio. One of the wires that come out, so we'll just fix that up. So when we're driving in convoy, we can all communicate, and then we'll take off. We've got plenty of time on this trip. I think it's only another about 5.5 hours from Birdwood to here, so we've got all day to do it, which will be good for my family. Obviously, the little guy will want to have a feed. Don't want to leave him in the seat for too long at one stretch, so we'll get him out, stretch. Yeah, just so it's comfortable. He's happy, it makes it much easier. You know, they say happy wife, happy life. Mate, happy little baby, happier life. Anyway, let's get things happening. Trace, what do we need to do?
We just need a female connector, blade connector,
Okay.
because I moved my fuse box around and just didn't get enough time to finish the job. Had trouble with the dual battery system, which has been corrected. Not connected, but corrected.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically it. So once we get the CB going, at least we can communicate.
Very good.
And that's it.
All right. Let's go get some tools out of Land Cruiser and let's get it fixed. All right. Just connecting up Grace's CB. He already had the wires, already running everything. He's redone all the wiring in here, just cleaned it up, put a fuse box in there. So just ran out of time doing this. We'll just plug that on. And we need to put a fuse in.
There's one at the bottom. George, you print this 2 sides, I think that's it. Red one.
Alrighty. Now, I know they're not crimpers and you didn't do it properly, but hey, it's going to work. Hopefully.
Well,
And if it doesn't, it's only thrace. We won't hear him on the UHF. It's a win-win situation.
I have backup.
She'll be right.
Well, let's go check out the CB.
That's it. Go give it a try. Is it on?
Hello, George. Can you hear me?
Oh, it's on. That's all that matters. Done. Uncaged Expeditions, auto electricians, we go anywhere. Work under any conditions. It'll cost you though. Just stopped in Ararat. We just had breakfast / lunch at the bakery here. Actually, wasn't too bad. Nice pie. Well done. Well done. Ararat Bakery. Now, we're in convoy. On the way to Birdsville finally. Birdwood finally. It's about 5.5 hours or so from here. So I'd assume we'll stop halfway somewhere and feed the little one and just take it easy. Anyway, let's make this happen. Josie's hiding from the camera. Real camera shy. We've arrived in Keith and Thrace. Where do you reckon of Keith?
Oh, not a bad little town, actually.
Yeah, but don't come here on a Saturday after, what time is it, 4 o'clock? Roughly?
Well,
3:30?
after 12, I would think, because there's nothing open.
Nothing's open. Josie, Thrace, Sav, they wanted a coffee. Can't get a coffee, but we've gone back to the servo that was open just before Keith, and hopefully they've got coffees there for them.
However, if you want a playground for the kids, it's a fantastic playground.
Absolutely brilliant. And there's a little toboggan on a slide back there, on a rail. Fantastic. Thrace, how's the drive been so far?
Oh, look, the ride's been pretty good. The weather's terrific.
Mm-hmm.
Hardly any traffic. I'm just a bit surprised.
Yeah, nothing?
No semis overtaking us or behind us or anything.
Yeah.
It's all quiet. So maybe everything's closed on the way Sunday in Adelaide, so hence no traffic.
Who knows?
Yeah,
But we just booked into, sorry to cut you off there, but we just booked into Gawler Caravan Park as well, which we didn't know if there'd be any sites. I told Josie as we're driving, look, just give him a call and make sure there is something, because that's where the tag along drive starts with Ruthie tomorrow. So, and they've got sites, so we booked in there, and all good.
Can't wait for the barbie.
What barbie? You're making a barbie?
What are you putting on a barbie?
Thrace is making a barbie for us. Yeah, right, he'll burn everything. Is worse. I like my stuff burnt. He cremates it. Hey, it's all part of a plan. It's just so he gets out of cooking. But it doesn't work because we know he knows how to cook.
No, I like it when I eat the pepper. That's the better one.
Yeah. And when he thinks it's some, what was it?
Sweet paprika.
Oh, when he thinks it's sweet paprika, and he puts cayenne pepper, destroys everything. Bloody thrace.
I don't know, everybody liked it except you.
Except for me, I'm the only one that didn't eat. Bloody thrace. Anyway, so it's a nice little town. Right on the side of the highway. There's the van and car, all doing well. Couple of tables and chairs. And there's a sports oval up there with something happening. Toilets here as well. So yeah, we're just taking a half an hour break, stretch, and also it's time for the little one's feed. So Joe's in the caravan feeding him now, and he's been really good actually. He slept the whole way from Ararat to here, haven't heard boo, and Josie slept for most of it too, so I didn't hear boo either. Fantastic. Shh, don't tell her I said that though. She's been in a good mood for the rest of the trip. Anyway, gonna kick back for a little bit and then hit the road, and probably be in Gawler by about 7 o'clock now, South Australian time. Anyway, let's relax. We made it to Gawler Caravan Park. We got here, Thrace, what time did we get here roughly?
About 9 o'clock.
About 9? Yeah. We ate somewhere before Gawler. We ate. Just takeaway. It took us a lot longer to actually get here, but we're taking our time, and especially with an infant, had to stop, feed him a couple of times and that, but we weren't on a time schedule, all good. We arrived here. It's a nice little park. We're hoping Ruthie would be camped out here somewhere, but we've gone for a walk around and he's not here, so I guess we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see him. Anyway, we're just going to kick back, have a drink or two, and
Do our crosswords.
Thrace will do his crosswords, and we'll go to bed. Anyway, good night for tonight. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Just woke up. It's the day of the meet that we're going to do with Ruthie, and that Milo's going to go into the museum. It's nice and early. There's a tag-along drive to the museum, which we're going to attend, and we're going to meet at 7:30 at a motorcycle place up here in Gawler. Yeah, Thrace, how'd you sleep last night?
Fantastic. You wouldn't have thought it was autumn.
Yeah.
It's about 24 degrees. I slept on top of the bag, not in the bag. And now we're ready to go.
It was a very balmy night. Sav, how'd you sleep?
Brilliantly.
Brilliantly?
Windows open, cool, nice breeze through. Can't ask for more. No rain. Must have more.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully it doesn't rain today. 2 swags I just put under Thrace's awning here, because we're going to leave Thrace's car here. And no point in taking all the cars for just us. Caravan. And obviously the beast.
Don't forget the Prado.
Hey?
Don't forget the Prado.
And the Prado. At least they're all Toyotas. They got the right branding. Okay. Now we're going to put the little one and the wife in the car, and we're going to head down and hopefully meet Ruthie and take a few photos with Milo. And that's one thing I really wanted to do. I wanted to bring my little one and take a photo with him, Milo, Ruthie, myself, all in there. Because obviously Ruthie and Milo aren't going to be together again out in the wild, to sort of speak. Anyway, let's get this happening. We've arrived at the meeting place for the tag-along drive. Oop, a few four-wheel drives here. The meeting place was at Mixed Motorcycles, and we're all here. It said 7:30 sharp, but it's nearly 7:30 and Ruthie's not here. Come on, Ruthie, hurry up.
He's camped. He's camped out in the sticks.
He probably got drunk last night and forgot to come. Good on you, Ruthie.
There you go. Hello. So, does anyone know who owns these machines?
The guy that's in there would be one,
Ah, g'day, mate.
unless you're stealing it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Excellent. Outstanding. All right, then if I get everyone to pop out the way.
See, Milo just doesn't want to be taken off the road. For people that didn't hear, Milo had a hissy fit this morning, and obviously that's why they're running late. So,
if I can have a bit of a show of hands, how many people are going to actually follow us to Birdwood? Everyone. Outstanding. John's going to love that. All right, I need a volunteer.
for what?
Spent a long time in the dust. My car's filthy. I just need to get some numbers of how many vehicles we've got here. You'll do. Can you count past 3?
No.
Oh, you'll do. Multiples of 3. 1, 2, 3. That's one finger. 1, 2, 3 is another finger. When you run out of toes, grab somebody else up on the roof rack.
It's alright. Got thumbs on.
Right. I was calling you.
Oh, hello.
Anyway, so we've had a hell of an adventure out there with Milo. We've been just playing and having fun, and for the new TV series called Dust 'Em Up. All right, so that'll be coming up. Keep an ear out, keep an eye on John's Facebook page because there's lots going on. All right, so you're really going to have a lot of fun today. The route we're going to take, where'd that copper go? Hello, Mr. Policeman. How are you? What station are you from?
Gawler.
Oh, good, excellent. Where's the coffee machine? Oh, damn it. All right. So what we're going to do is I've got a map for you. Are you following us all the way or just getting us out of here?
Just following you out of here and then you're on your own.
Outstanding. You know what that means, don't you? Behave yourself, you lot. Any questions?
Where do we get to see Milo?
What is Uncaged Expeditions?
Oh, come on, spell it a bit better.
I can't. I've been
Uncaged.
Oh, Uncaged. All right, Milo will be here, hopefully. Anytime after 8:30, and obviously road rules do apply. We will be travelling at a reasonable pace or reasonably slow, depends on Milo. But yeah, just make sure you're leaving a nice gap between vehicles because we don't want any incidents. All right. So, all of the Nissans to the rear, please. All of the top. Yes. Okay, loud cheer,
Finally
everyone.
Yo!
We're all excited, mate. Bring it past.
A couple of hours late, but all good.
Hey, right there.
Whoa! There's the old resistance car. Here's the other camera car. Here's the Victorian one. Oh, zone.
Can I just say thank you so much for coming here to stay with me.
Don't worry about him.
If I look like I'm going to cry, just switch the phone off. I'm really sorry we're running late. I had a few things to do just to get it going. And also, I'm supposed to be picking up my way too. And I just found out it's still in Queensland, so that's how Queensland works. Organisation is a strong point. As you can imagine, it's a little bit of an emotional day for me. This old truck and me, we've done a couple of things together. It's about 24 years now, and before that, when it was a big white troop carrier, I used to look after it for the bloke who owned it, who was the local scoutmaster. If anyone's wondering why this is actually happening, why she's going into the museum, it's pretty simple. she's done just over 1 million Ks. And whilst you can clap for Milo. The first 200,000 she used to take the local Boy Scouts, win them on the mud flats where I live. Oh, that's right, we call it the Esplanade now. Never let real estate agents near your home. It belonged to a mate of mine called Bob Vickers, who was the local scoutmaster. He bought a new in 1983, and it was a white troop carrier with a petrol engine. I fixed it for him because he's just a really good bloke. He's a widower with 3 kids, 3 boys, and I think the truck itself built up a lot of good karma, taking a whole bunch of kids bush. Also built up a lot of chewing gum under the seats and a whole lot of other things. In fact, the first thing I did when I got her with 221,000 on the original clock was pressure wash the whole thing, and that's the day the electric started playing up. Since then, as you probably know, she's been shortened, shunted, 13 BT. This motor and gearbox has done a shade over 500,000 Ks, and it's still really good. A little bit smoky, but still really good. The rest of the truck is fallen to bits around my ankles, and I mean that literally. Even this morning I hit a pothole, a couple of capture nuts fell out. Anyone who knows about 40s knows that when that starts happening, you got major fatigue issues happening. I've fish plated the fish plates, I've welded the shackles back in, I've done all sorts of stuff to this old girl over the years, and she made it through her last trip and did some really stiff 4-wheel driving too. So once again, she's done me proud. If I can get from here to the museum without the wheels falling off, I'm going to be really happy. And I'm just really happy that you guys are here to share it with me. It makes it a lot easier, as you can imagine, if you feel like you've got a bit of support. My handbrake said to say hello to everyone. I said I wouldn't. They're wonderful trucks, they really are. I guess this old girl proves it. But I guess with that we should head for the museum, should we? Is there anything anyone would like to ask? I'm really good on like marital relations and stuff. I can tell you how it works.
Okay, we've arrived to do the big group photo, and there's a lot of people. I got the photo of myself, my son and Ruthie. That's what we basically travelled 800 kilometres for roughly to get that photo, and with my little fella sitting on Milo. Fantastic. I'm absolutely wrapped. Thanks Ruthie, you're a gentleman, mate.
Stand in front of the
I reckon they'll control it pretty well.
Rule of magic happens.
Yeah, copy, bringing copy. Did you want just Milo, me leading Milo in, or just Milo going by itself, or you want the whole of us guys?
Yeah, it's very good.
Milo by itself, mate, everything will go.
Hey Phil, what are you doing standing in a bloody Toyota, mate?
Trying to rub off some good control jams on it, mate.
Has it happened yet though?
Now it's time for it to go into the museum.